I made an app, and this is my first app that I ever made in this kind of way, and it's purely made with AI. Um, and I did not do any coding. ChatGPT did all the coding for me, and this is the app. It looks like this. It runs in a browser, so it's a web-based app, and it helps me with my investing. And I think it's really cool because I have a lot of options there. I have a lot of insight into investments that an investment firm makes, which I follow, and I want to follow their investments, and I want to track their investments and do my own investing decisions based on that. And yeah, I purely used ChatGPT to do this. Basically, I just had to follow instructions, and I think it's very cool. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I did that. So, I used to have to do this routine every week. Took me around half an hour every time to go onto this website. I'll just show you quickly what website that is. I'll show you my screen. There. So you should see my screen now. Yep. And so this is the website. And so it's ARK Invest. They're an investment firm. It's all about disruptive innovation, and that's totally my thing. I'm really into that, and I align with their research pretty well. I agree with a lot of things they say, and basically to save me some headaches of researching all these companies, I basically trust them in doing that. So part of my weekly investments go into companies they also buy. But to find out what they're buying and selling, you have to go onto their website, onto the ETF part, the exchange traded funds. I'm not investing in these ETFs because they're actively managed, and because they have pressures from outside. They're selling and buying not quite as I would. They quite often sell good companies just because they need cash that it looks better in their charts. And I don't want that. I want to buy and hold good companies and not sell them just because because ARK does that. So that's why I'm not investing in their ETFs anymore, but I like their research. So I read their research papers, and I take all their data, which they are sharing kindly on this website. So I just go onto all these ETFs every week, and I click through to the fund documents and download the fund holdings CSV. So that's always a file, a CSV file. I'll show you. That's all my videos. So there is one here that I just downloaded just to show you. And so this is how the CSV looks. And basically I copy all this stuff, put it in a spreadsheet, and then I basically copy out the stuff that I need. It's basically just the company name and the dollar amount that they have invested, and I do that every week, and then I know what changed from the last week to this week, and I have a spreadsheet for that, and I do some calculations and all that stuff. But yeah, it takes me about half an hour to do this whole process. Download it, copy it out here for each ETF. And I thought we can actually automate that. That should be possible. And I asked ChatGPT, can we automate this? And it said, yep, sure. And it gave me, so this is where I asked it, can I actually automate this stuff? And it gave me a few options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. You can still see my screen, can you? Yep. 5 options, and I chose Google Apps Script because that's Google Apps Script is in Google Sheets. And it works together with Google Sheets, which I use anyway. So yeah, I made this Google Apps Script to pull the data into my table, into my spreadsheet. and it basically just wrote the whole code for me. It was a bit of back and forth because it didn't have any details, so I needed to give it enough details. And then in the end, so this is what we came up in the end with. So this is a file that basically downloads. So it downloads the CSVs with the path. There it is. So I copied that into the app script. ChatGPT also explained to me how I even make an apps script and how I work with that. And yeah, it was actually really easy because ChatGPT just told me what to do. And I just copied the whole script in here, and I copied the actual links in here. Add more as needed. So it always just says what I need to do. I copied that here and ran it, and the first time it straight away worked. It's amazing, absolutely crazy amazing. And yeah, so that did not take me very long to get this done. And yeah, just with a click of a button, I have the work done that I normally do in like 20-25 minutes every week, half an hour, because I have to do all these other calculations and stuff as well. But yeah, that was a huge time saver already. But then I thought, oh, actually I want this in a better format to have a nice overview as well. So where's my that's the ARK Invest dashboard. So I basically went, this sheet here is where I pull all the data in, and it puts it nicely. All the ETFs are below each other. This is all from one day, from the 27th. Oh no, it's actually 2 dates, isn't it? Yeah, from the 17th of the 1st and from the 27th of the 1st. Pulls it all in, and then I made another script with ChatGPT to make a summary. So it calculates all the ones together that are in the different ETFs. And yeah, so that's what I wanted. So I just wanted a list of all the holdings by ARK. And I thought I can make this even nicer, and I thought I would like this on a web app so I can easily access it from anywhere where I am, and can just look through it, and just for the fun of it too. So I went and said, oh, can you make me or can you help me make a web app? And it did. So we just I just took that. So I made a new thread, a new chat with ChatGPT, and I said, look, I've got this script that another developer I didn't have to tell it that itself did it. Another developer made this script for me, and now I want this to be a web app that I can integrate in my website. And it basically just gave me the same, it just gave me that in a nice list that I could run in my from my website. And it helped me even make the database, because I had to put it in a database somewhere. It taught me the schema, how to create the table in my database. So I just had to copy this, paste it into my SQL, into the what is it called? PHP my admin. That's from on my website, and I just had to copy this in, and it created the table. And then I worked with that, and I made some changes, because first I only had the one list, and then I wanted all the sells and the buys as well, as I've shown you before. So this is hang on, where's my, there it is. So I wanted a couple more things, of course. I wanted, so this is the list that I had. Then I also wanted the percentage, and then I wanted the buys and the sells separate as well, that I just have a nice overview. And then I wanted to have, when I click on it, then I wanted to actually see the changes as well in a chart, which I actually got all done. And yeah, there were some problems. So there was one issue that took me like 3-4 hours to solve. and sometime in between to take a breather because I was actually getting a bit frustrated. So these percentages, I wanted the green and red for when they sold something, red percentage. I wanted to have them show up there, and I wanted it to calculate it. And for that, I thought it would be good to make a new database table, which I told ChatGPT to help me with. But I made a new chat, and it basically forgot it never knew because I didn't tell it, the new one. It didn't know exactly what kind of, how the other table looked, and it basically made them incompatible. And I didn't realize, and it didn't realize because it couldn't, because I hadn't given it all the details. And basically with troubleshooting, by saying like, this doesn't work, at some point it told me to do this test script, and then I had to test it, and then I ran a test run, and it spit out an error, and then I put the error in, still didn't really understand it, and then I put another error, like it told me what to do. And then it did another error, and then it said something about the date format. And I'm like, and then I looked into the tables, and actually in those two database tables, the date format was different. So we had the ARK Invest one, the first one that we created was based on the ARK Invest CSV file, which was basically in the American format, and the other one was in the other format that we use here. So American format is, it starts with month, day, year, and then the other one started with year, month, day. And when it was comparing the different dates, it couldn't compare them because they didn't match. And so it basically didn't find a match to the dates, and so it couldn't figure out it couldn't figure out the difference, the percentage difference, and it just said 0% there the whole time. It said 0% change, and that was quite frustrating. But then in the end, ChatGPT and me together, we figured it out. Took as I said, about 3-4 hours, and a few different kind of prompting attempts that I had. But overall, this took me a few evenings that I set on that. Like 1-2 evenings was just for the formatting. I had maybe 1.5 hours in the evenings, and I just did that. So yeah, I was very happy with the result. And yeah, if you want to have a look at this, you can go onto the cryco.co website there, cryco.co.nz, or you can follow the link below. I just put a direct link to this in there. But yeah, have a look on the website as well. I don't know how old this video is when you watch it, but there might be some other projects that I have uploaded. And yeah, so maybe give it a subscribe as well to this channel, because I'm gonna upload a bit more as well. Yeah, I just think it's so cool that first I can do this without using any code myself. Seriously, I couldn't tell you any of this code. I mean, I'm reading it a little bit, but it doesn't really make any difference because I just tell ChatGPT, I'm too stupid to code. You code for me, and if there's something wrong, you tell me what I need to copy and paste. Which works. It's amazing. I mean, it would be better if I could code myself, because I could figure out errors myself easier and quicker. But it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible, and it got a lot better over the time. So I started with this coding like about a year ago, this AI coding without me knowing coding, and it got a lot better in that time. I used Claude, ChatGPT, and I want to use DeepSeek R1 as well. I tried DeepSeek just for a bit of chatting, but I want to use it for coding. Apparently it's good for coding too. But yeah, ChatGPT O3 Mini is out there as well. O3 Mini High. And now I need to stop recording because my throat doesn't want to do it anymore. Okay, thanks for watching all the way through, and have a look at it. Maybe it changed a bit already, because I want to do some changes, make it even better. And it'll be all AI coded. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. See you.